Hey everyone, welcome to Breakroom Conversations. I'm going to go ahead and get our guest in before we dive into today's topic. Here. And let's get our guest of honor. Hey guys, welcome to Breakroom Conversations. Carol!
Oh, hey, Stephanie.
Hi!
How are you?
I'm great. And I just can't believe that you're here with us on Breakroom Conversations.
You know what? 2 months from today, we will be at lunch in New Orleans and getting ready for our next breakout room. If you can believe it.
I can't wait. I'm going to invite Tatum really quick. Let's see. Come on, Tatum. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining. Wow. This is great. All right. Let's see here. Carol, can you believe you made it in before Tatum?
No. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Jamaica.
Oh, hey, girls. Thanks for being with us.
Good. A first timer. I love that.
There he is.
Hey, Tatum.
Yo.
Yay. All right. Well, Carol, thank you so much for joining us. I know Tatum and I are super excited about this episode because serious business just means so much to everyone and to all of us. And for you guys that are watching, Carol is the executive producer of Serious Business. And this is the 25th anniversary of Serious Business.
Yes,
Amazing.
it is.
Yeah.
So my 20th one to produce. It's very exciting.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I was like, how many have I been to? And it's definitely at the close to 15, I believe. I was trying to do some quick math before we got on. It's been a lot. And then Tatum, you've been going since year one. Huh?
I don't know. I think it was like the well-being symposium when Deepak Chopra was there, and then I don't know.
Oh, wow.
I wish I would have been there for that one. So Carol, okay, so we have a lot of new stylists, new to the Neil Network, new in general that are watching us. Oh, Tatum, we're okay. Where'd you go, Tatum? Where are you?
It's hard not to play with the filters. Sorry.
More power to you. I'm afraid to press buttons on here. All right. So Carol, can you summarize Serious Business for us?
Okay. Well, your first question was about how this applies to the younger stylists and the new just joining.
Yeah.
So what Serious Business is all about, what it's always been about, what it will continue to be about is expose, evoke, and evolve people's thinking. So that really kind of summarizes it. So for the younger stylist, as Deborah Neal Baker has always said, is that business development begins with personal development. Mm-hmm. So even though that's timeless, Serious Business is a perfect place to land when you're new because you'll get all of that. And it's really, really true. You have to dive into the personal development in order to develop your business development.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it pulls out so many emotions and self-realizations, I feel, to where, you're kind of working on it's working on yourself personally. And once you can do that, then you're able to support your business, in a full, with a full mind and it makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah. I think in the Serious Business is almost like a misnomer because there is so much extra to it. A lot of people sort of assume that it's X's and O's, and that's part of it too. But there is so much looking inward with the presenters that's where the real development comes from. And that's where the business thrives. I know for me personally, every year I go, I'm it's not necessarily like the notes that I take down from the speaker. It's the thoughts that are evoked from the speaker and the conversations that I have through networking in the hallways, at Elevate, sort of not while watching main stage. So although there is tremendous value in just the speakers, and I know Carol's going to talk about that in a second, just keep that in mind that it's more than just someone giving a lecture. It really is about the thoughts that happen inside that carry forward for the rest of the year. It's like the perfect start to the new year. And
Carries
I'll let
forward
you get the
forever.
speakers. Yeah.
Carries
Yes,
forward forever.
and how I like to look at it and explain it to the speakers as we're getting ready is main stage is like the big why. And then the breakouts that happen on Monday, that's all the how-to and how to take it home with you and implement it in your business. So it all weaves together so that you get the tools to take home to really implement. We like to look at it, it's so much more than a motivational weekend. It's really has legs and it's inspiration as well as tools.
And then also, you know, it is promoted to the beauty industry, but I remember one year there was a whole real estate company that went. I mean, it really can go across the board to any industry.
Yes.
No, that's
and
spot
it really
on.
does apply to any industry.
Yeah, so bring your husbands, bring your wives. I mean, it definitely, I know a lot of people that do that work in other industries, so it definitely carries over and crosses over to all of them.
Right.
Yeah, I would like to know, so okay, we're on the 25th anniversary, and so you've been producing it for 20 years, but you definitely saw day one. What inspired Serious Business?
Actually, Edwin Neal II was he created this gathering. I rather call it a gathering than an event. It's just different than anything else that people go to. But he wanted to build an event that would give back to the entire industry and really have to be about exposing, evoke, and evolve people's thinking and action in order to support their business. And to this day, Deborah and I that's what we do. We stay committed to that vision in order to bring it to life.
Yeah, you guys really have carried that torch proudly, and so grateful that you guys have taken that on, because every year it's just like, oh my gosh, how can they top next year? How can they top next year? And you guys, even during COVID times, you still managed to completely blow our minds. So, which is amazing.
Deborah and I are junkies on looking at what's out there and what's happening in the universe. So.
No, trust me, I get it 100%. So the theme this year is indirect work. And can you give us like a little like sneak onto what is indirect work and how does that relate to our industry?
How indirect work is really it's your inner development. So say it's your foundation to build off of when you're working on your inner work, which we should be working all the time. But this will really give people the insight and the tools of exactly what it means and how to apply it to their everyday life. And then breakouts really will be more of the direct work, because that's the how and the tools to take it home with you. My personal vision is every year is the same, is I want people to leave when they go home Monday night thinking, yes, I can do this. I can put this in my business. So that's what we work on.
So that actually leads me into like my next two questions that I have for you. So if it's your first time going to Serious Business, you know, how do you prepare for this?
Well, as we get closer, everyone that's registered will get a link to go ahead and download the app. And from that app, they'll be able to go in and really customize their agenda and look at the breakouts that they need to apply to their business right now. And then prioritize which of the three that they'll go to live. And then for 30 days, they'll have the opportunity to rewatch everything after they get home. So doing that is one thing. Another thing that's really valuable is to go onto seriousbusiness.net, and there's a bio under each speaker's name that leads them directly to your site. So it's a great thing to really overview to see what the message is, kind of give you a preview of what's going on rather than just going in cold.
That's great advice for sure. I need to do that myself right now.
It's coming with an open mind and an open heart. It's always
yes,
the best way to learn.
Tatum, what is Jessica saying?
Jessica's saying, she's saying a lot of great things. One, she called out the event with Deepak up ahead and who all was there. But here she's saying that in response to Serious Business, bringing non-industry guests, most people don't get to work on their overall relationship skills in their day-to-day life. And so when we bring them, we get to build on our closest relationships, and everyone wins, which I think is a great way to look at it. And that's one of the key features of Serious Business versus other hair and industry conferences is we're really digging outside to find the thought leaders. And it always seems to be the best one because we're not static in our searching, and we're looking outside of the industry. So we can find the people that are topical to the moment. And what is needed today isn't what is necessarily needed yesterday. It might not be what's needed tomorrow. And so that's why each year it resonates so well with everyone.
Exactly. And that's what we look for are some of the top thought leaders that's going on with, as Deborah says, the zeitgeist of what's happening in the universe. That's what we're looking for in order to be relevant to today's world. Yes. And, if you're always only learning from your peers, you don't really ever get exposed to the different and bigger ways of thinking. So we're committed to always bring in outside speakers because business is business, right? Basically. And leadership. So it's important to learn from outside of your industry as well as within it.
Yeah, I think and then just the people
really
you meet during the event, the people you meet during the event. I mean, I have exchanged so many phone numbers and still, keep in contact with people today from my very first Serious Business. And it's like, okay, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? And it forms this beautiful community of just support. We're all in this together. And you can just lean on anyone that you meet at this event, which I think is just magical.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. We have such a powerful network that attends this event. So back to the young business owner stylist. I mean, there are so many super successful salons and salon groups that are there to learn from. So somebody said that I always say it's like coming to a family reunion, that people reminded me it's more like a class reunion. Mm-hmm. So you all get to learn from each other.
No, yeah, definitely. All right. So my last question for you. So now we're prepared for Serious Business, and we have gone through it, and we have just taken in all of this information. Our notebooks are full. We need another notebook. How do you implement what you learn? What's your advice on that?
About 10 years ago, I hired this company called Sketch Effect, and they're pretty invisible. People really don't know they're in the audience, but they are doing a sketch note, or you could call it a mind map, of every single presentation. And they are so masterful at capturing the content that you have those forever. They'll also be uploaded in there, but you can save them or print them whenever you get home. And those are a recap of the entire presentation.
Okay, perfect.
It's pretty awesome. So you should always take advantage of the sketch.
Perfect. Okay, thank you for that, because I do get a little overwhelmed, and I have utilized their work before. So yes, thank you for the reminder on that.
Yeah, it's instant recall of everything that you learned. The way they do it, our industry, of course, everybody knows, is very visual. So their sketch notes are very visual. It's not just words, but in a way that we can all absorb it and find the information that we need to in order to implement.
Perfect. So Tatum, I hear there's also there's more events happening during this weekend. What else is going on this weekend?
Well, we kind of forgot to mention my favorite part of Serious Business, which is the fact that it's in New Orleans, which is one of the most fun and unique cities in the world. And so I was going to say, you want to come with an open mind and an empty belly because you want to eat as much as you can while you're here. It will be carnival season at this time of year. I haven't checked the parade schedule, so there may be possible to pick up a parade on Saturday before the event, which if you've never been to a Mardi Gras parade, it's really fun. But the city will just be in sort of a jovial, it'll be a jovial environment in general. As of late, we've been doing our Elevate Hair show every year. Our kickoff to Elevate Hair tour starts off in New Orleans at Serious Business. It'll be at the Toulouse Theater. So Sunday night, we are going to have an epic Elevate Hair with great DJs, great artists, and good times. You'll want to drink a lot of water that day, and you want to bring your shoes that you can dance in because it'll be fun. As far as just other things going on, like we said, the networking. Yes, go ahead.
Do you need to get a ticket for Elevate? Or do you just show
Elevate's always free, so there'll be a sign up, it's an RSVP type of situation that you'll want to RSVP, but it's free. But sometimes it does reach capacity. There's way more people who attend Serious Business than can fit in the door at Elevate Hair, so kind of keep that in mind. You want to make sure that you save some time, and also Elevate Hair brings in a lot of people from not Serious Business too. People are also here to kind of see that. So you definitely want to try to make time for Elevate, as well as making time to get drinks with people who you meet and can network with, and to make sure you've got some reservations for your team if you're bringing your team. And I know Serious Business has a link and has some places that we recommend that's great. And Carol, I don't know if we've added this, but I have a new favorite restaurant I'm going to mention right here because it's farm to table and has veggie and gluten-free options, and it's amazing. It's called Le Chat Noir, the Black Cat, which is a new restaurant. Is like more of the fancy dinner type restaurant of a new brand here called Bearcat, which again is farm to table, organic, all the things. And it's not too far from the Ace Hotel or our salon, and it's fantastic in the CBD. So the list we have is also amazing, but just you're hearing it here first. If you want to get reservations, go to Le Chat Noir. It's badass.
Yes, I'm glad you said that. Let's make sure that gets put on the list of recommendations, because boy, you need to make your reservations for dinner before you even get to town. Like now, I'm going to
go ahead as soon as this is off and get a reservation because as soon as it's listed,
add a spot for me.
Okay, I'll do a table at 6. Great.
Well, y'all, thank you so much, Carol, for this moment to talk to you. And it's been such a pleasure. And of course, Tatum, it's great to see you again. It's been a minute. So if you have any questions for Serious Business, you can definitely go to their Instagram page and drop them a message. And they are more than willing and happy to support you with any questions that you have. And we cannot wait to see you in January. So thank y'all so much, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Great.
Bye, everyone.